Furry fandom is focused on the idea of bringing human characteristics to animals. The animal kingdom is large and diverse, but is also limited by the restrictions of reality. Furry is no stranger to fantasy creatures, with species like dragons being among some of the most popular. Members of the fandom have also made their own fictional species, and one of those we're going to be talking about today. Hello Furs from the web, my name is Scar, and this is the story of the Wickerbeast. Stay tuned. Wickerbeasts are a relatively new species, being created in the mid-2010s. A furry by the name of Simone White, aka Damon Lady, joined Fur Affinity in 2008, and several years later began posting art on the site. They got involved as an artist and even began making fursuits in years to come. Damon Lady is a self-taught artist beginning their creative journey all the way back in elementary school. Currently they are working on their skills as a cartoonist, with hope to become an animator in the future. Damon created an original character while working on vent art. This design drew them in, and they began expanding on this foundation. What resulted was the character Wicker, the face of both Damon in the community and the future species as a whole. Worlds and lore began development around Wicker, fleshing out the character and the skills of the artist together. Wicker went from, quote, a mindless creature who only served to eat and destroy, unquote, to a unique, developed character. In the final months of the same year, Damon released 2 other designs for sale. A growing interest in the unique species design left attention at their doorstep. One of these new designs was named Cyanide. This design can be seen on the official website. The plan was to keep the species closed following these 2 sales. The demand only grew though, and eventually, Wicker's design was released as an open species to the fandom. Named after the original, Wickerbeasts went on to become one of the most popular original species. Creating an entire species is no easy task. Wickerbeasts already have their iconic look that justified their existence in the first place, but work went into defining their inner biology. A staggering 7 subtypes are defined on Wicker Cave: Standard, King Beast, Swamp, Rogue, Pelagics, Dwellers, and Aryans. There is information regarding the skeletal structure, muscular systems, reproduction, and the immune system. Hybrids and robotics are also discussed, giving further insight into expanding the species. In 2015, a Facebook group was founded to help organize the community. The Facebook group was the first repository for information regarding the species, and drew in a lot of fans who wanted to get involved. The Facebook group is still today the hub for the community, with a lot of active members and artists. Damon also posts updates and information there from time to time. If you want to get involved with the species, that's probably the best place to go. In 2016, word was spread about a project the admins were working on. A website was being assembled on Weebly to help centralize and further organize the information developed around the species. Wicker Cave was released in January 2017 publicly, and proved to be much more successful at helping people understand the species. Wicker Cave has also been the main resource for this video, helping give some light on the otherwise lightly documented history. The website expanded the species in many ways by fleshing them out further. But this went beyond the Wickerbeasts themselves. A world was built around them, offering a backstory and insight into their history. What that Wickerbeasts birth from is known as Osova. Osova is a garden world sharing many characteristics of Earth, but located in an entirely different dimension. Scholars believe it was originally a part of the Earth, separated by an asteroid that smashed into the planet. It was ejected into space as a rogue planet fell into the new solar system, with the same foundational bacteria leading to life just like Earth. This does contradict the statement made about dimensions, but that just could be a missing link. It stated Wickerbeasts used to live in peace among other Ozovians across the planet. Because of their reckless personality, there was a thief and savage stereotype among them. This led to many other species attacking them on sight, a problem lasting thousands of years. Most of the Wickerbeast habitat and settlements were kept in isolation to keep the species alive. Tensions climaxed into an event known as, quote-unquote, the culling, a war against humans and Wickerbeasts that spanned 2 decades. A treaty was signed that would keep humans distant from Wickerbeast territory, and dealings between species had to occur outside village limits. Wickerbeasts who chose to live in the city, like Wicker, had to jump through hoops before being allowed full residency. Those who still held grudges lived in the shadows, hoping for a chance to strike vengeance. The lore gave insight for those interested in the species, and stands as a foundation for people to create their own narratives. The community the species sparked so quickly left Damon shocked. The community around Wickerbeasts is very centralized, and that's a good thing for anyone who wants to get involved. In order to keep the community in check, the staff administration for the community has been meticulously put together. The main admins, also known as the alphas, oversee everything across the web on different platforms. The Discord has its own community moderators, but those don't operate outside the server. The alphas consist of Wicker, Hamada, Rune, Huiman, Jordan, Kivern, and Darlo. The Discord mods are Hanako, Fichi, No Wheel, and Cosbug. Hopefully I pronounced all those right. Facebook is easily the main place for the community. It contains a lot of the fans, official artists, and staff. For anyone wanting to get involved, it is still de facto place to be. The website is the main repository for developed lore and species guidelines. The community also branched into a Discord server, which unfortunately only has 10% of the members the Facebook group does. The Telegram group has even less, under 5%. Still, the species has a sizable and devout following that has remained active over the years. Wickerbeasts may not be the most popular original species, but they are up there with the others. Their unique design and style help draw in a large crowd that has not fizzled out. The popularity allowed the species to integrate into some other special mediums that furries are involved in. The community around Wickerbeasts has grown wide, with avatars in VR chat and designs in Furvilla. It's an interesting group of people that seem to be thriving. If you're interested in giving the species a go, it might be worth your time. I'm thinking I might make my own in the future as well. And that's the story of Wickerbeasts. I really find them overall interesting, and I'm happy to see the attention they've gotten. I know this video was a little on the short side, but I'm doing a 4-week class this month, and it's moving at a staggering pace. Until next time when I talk about a non-furry but personal and important topic I want to discuss, post-acute COVID-19 syndrome. This video is going to explain a lot of just what's been going on with me in my content lately, ever since the new year. So, until next time, see you then.